going on to you, Aries? So you Aries have the moon, the Knight of Cups, and you have the Three of Pentacles. So interesting. So apparently you Aries have gotten away from someone who is delusional, right? They have to play it off like they're bosses, right? This elitist, my boo-boo, don't stink, boule, bourgeoisie kind of narrative that they have to paint, and giving you a hard time because they're playing the game. While at the same time, mind you, still wants you to be into them, right? Which is delusional. It makes it, and see, this is what I'm talking about. It makes no sense. Whenever it is that you Aries see people do that, this is why it is that a lot of people get bent out of shape. That people that they say that they didn't want doesn't decide to stick around. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, this is why you get so many people who they say that they don't like, but like I just finished saying, decides, okay, it's fine. They don't want to have anything to do with them. Can't stand when they also get rejected and the feeling is mutual and the person just goes off and goes on about their own business. It's because, truth be told, they're really caught up with the race. They're really caught up with the racing, the chasing. They're in competition. They're caught up with the game of everybody wanting them. This is why I clown that type of mentality and behavior, because it's nothing more tasteless, Aries. It really is tasteless. It's very tasteless to where, you Aries let the person know that you was interested in your actions and everything, and yet the person is, I might as well go ahead and say it, the person truly is doing everything they can to turn you off. A lot of the times people don't understand that and they play like they don't care, and they act like, oh, well, that's what it's supposed to be about, to create friction. But this is why a lot of people end up hitting the wall, so to speak, right? Where they tell everybody no, and then they play this game, and then they're undesirable because they play the game, right? Like, you have to desire somebody to be in a relationship with them. Like this, you know what I'm saying? Like people who have self-respect does not want to be with a person that really goes, if I'm being perfectly honest, Aries, that really goes out of their way to show someone else how disrespectful they can be. It's like, what is the point of that? You know what I mean? It really doesn't make any point, right? And people who playing the game will say, oh, well, it's because, you're trying to create some sort of tension in it. Yeah, but that, again, once again, ladies and gentlemen, it really does go to show you how stupid playing the game is, because you don't build tension that way. You do build tension that way, but that's not the kind of attention and tension that you're supposed to be building. If you disrespect somebody, right, that kind of tension is going to create a disliking and a disdain. That's not going to create romantic tension. That's not how you do that. That's not how you do that. This is why you get a lot of people, like I said before, Aries, who are in relationships who can't get along with one another, and why self-respecting people don't put up with that mess too much. They give the person a chance, but they're not really putting up with too much mess. The reason why they don't put up with too much mess is because they're actually turning the person off. And that's what happened when it came to you Aries. They turned you Aries off. That's why you got the moon card. It's because you ghosted them. You essentially erased yourself from their life because you didn't want to have anything to do with them, because of the way that they acting. They acting like they don't have any kind of common sense to them whatsoever. And that's what's getting them really caught up, because now the Ten of Cups and the Emperor right here represents you. The Emperor is Aries. So you showed up in your own reading. You Aries, like I said, you have way more self-respect than that. Like, even if you Aries are single legitimately and you're still out here trying to get to know another person, a lot of you Aries have deemed it more worthy to be, or better to be single and still maintain a sliver of self-respect humbly, than to be out here, getting to know somebody, quote unquote, and they're not actually really getting to know you, because it's all games. It's all mind games. It's all stupidity, delusion, games for excitement and all of that. And that's another thing too about excitement, right? That if it comes up again for you Aries or any of the zodiac signs, I'm gonna have to kind of like break down what that excitement is. And I'll break it down a little bit here, right? People who and this is why it is that I say that people who do this delusional stuff for excitement, they're lame. Factually, because excitement is a state of mind. What does the I shouldn't have I'm breaking it down. What is excitement? People find doing stupid stuff as exciting. Let's go, let's get a bottle, all of this. That's exciting to you? So opening up a vault and opening up your vault, and there's $25,000 and just staring at it, all that money stacked, isn't exciting? That's lame, right? That's lame. But getting a bottle and doing something stupid isn't lame. That's exciting, right? So again, what is attraction? I'm trying to raise the bar high, Aries. Who want to jump and get it? You're better off trying to skydive. When you Aries see people who place that type of stupid stuff as exciting, right? Excitement, that goes to show you the delusional, that gives you a glimpse into a person's mind as to what is exciting to them. Exciting to me was learning how to count ounces and grams and stuff like this. When I was in school, I never understood ounces and grams and stuff like this. It was kind of confusing for me. You want to know how I learned ounces and grams? It was as late as 2020. I learned and finally got ounces and grams through my head and everything like that, right? Based upon counting my gold chains. That was exciting for me. My gold chains appreciating in value. That's exciting to me. Anytime I want to cash it in, I'll go and get way more than for what it is that I bought it for. That's exciting. This delusion about going and getting a bottle and doing something stupid and then landing myself in jail. What part of that is exciting? But it goes to show you what I mean when I say that this stupidity, this I don't know what people are doing. And you Aries should be just as confused if you have a constructive mindset too. Because it comes down to, what are people truly seeing as excitement? What are they actually classifying to themselves or deciding for themselves? Personally, they're self-governing. What are they actually deeming to be exciting? Stupid, self-destructive nonsense, which doesn't pay. It's stupid. It's absolutely stupid. So the Ace of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords right here is about how, again, what do other people consider to be exciting and lame? It just really depends on what is that. And see, this is where the line has to be drawn, because the Queen of Cups, the person that you Aries want, is someone that is a lot more emotionally mature, right? Understands excitement and doing things that are unpredictable. And there's nothing wrong with unpredictability, But we can predict what dysfunctional people are going to do. They're going to do something dysfunctional. We can predict those things. So this is what I mean when I say this is why I clown the dating game, because what people find to be exciting is just dysfunctional, and them pledging allegiance to pure dysfunction. That's it. That's literally it. There's nothing spiritual, there's nothing powerful, there's nothing truly exciting about it. And then you have, but to the mere fact that that type of self dysfunction and dysfunctionality is exciting to some people, it goes to show you what their mentality is. They won't take you Aries seriously enough to stop having they won't take you Aries seriously enough to stop being an idiot, because they are just that. They are an idiot, Aries. So you out here trying to date people from a perspective, some people from a perspective of like common sense and intuitive. And the Sun card represents that. Really makes a lot of people look bad, because the Five of Cups right here represents you Aries haven't given up on dating, but again, you're finding it much more difficult, because you Aries are so on point and other people are just not. So we're going to clarify the Five of Cups to help you out. Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, the Empress, which is Libra, and the Knight of Pentacles. So to clarify the Five of Cups. Yeah, you Aries just have too much to offer. And what have I talked about, Aries? What have I been saying? What have I been saying? I said that the more well-rounded you are, is the more you Aries are going to find out how dysfunctional other people can be. Why? Because that's part of, this is the evidence right here. This is the reason why it is that you Aries are having so much trouble. Too good. Whenever, go in on it. Whenever it is that you see in those videos, people saying things like, oh, XYZ, right? A person's too nice and all of this delusional crap that doesn't make any sense. What they're effectively telling you is they don't want a decent person. But then they come to the internet and they complain about it, and then they get laughed at, and rightfully so, because this is literally what it is that they chose. Why are they complaining about literally what they chose? They tell the whole, they show their face, mind you, and they come to the internet while they're showing their face, and then they tell the whole world they don't want someone that's nice. They don't want someone that's decent. Then when they get with an indecent individual, they expect that indecent individual to have things like honor and integrity, which indecent people don't have by definition. That's what makes them indecent. Then they bring their goofy selves back onto the internet, and then they look stupid, and then they have this stupid look on their face like they can't figure out why. The reason, my dear Aries, why it is that y'all are having so many problems, and I've just said it, is because y'all are too good-natured. Y'all are not interested in being bums. Y'all like money too much. So because you Aries like money, y'all are learning how to build industries. Some of y'all that I know, y'all have your own businesses. A lot of you Aries, y'all are looking to actually pull yourselves out of an impoverished or close to an impoverished state to a much more well-rounded, richer state, where you Aries can control your own destinies, and you can start to actually influence others by following up behind a little bit your examples. And that's exactly what makes you Aries uninteresting. because delusional people are going to see you, Aries, as being uninteresting because you're too good. So who are the only people that can rock with you? People who have something of value to offer themselves. People who are spiritually in tune themselves. You see? So now the Three of Pentacles and the Empress right here is about, so you should be looking for this. So the best people that you Aries should be looking for are people who legitimately are upright, decent people. How you vet for that is by making sure that they have similar values to you as you're getting to know them. How you do that is by simply getting to know them. This is why the games are not necessary. A person will tell you about themselves or show you about themselves from being around them. You don't need to play games. You will know regardless of whether you play games or not. The games are just an extra layer. It just takes up more time, more energy, and it's stupid at the end of the day because it makes things confusing. The Ace of Pentacles represents, this is how it is that you vet.